The day the sky burned. The first warning came not as a signal, but as silence. Satellites stopped reporting. Communications with the lunar relay went dead. Then, high above Earth, thousands of streaks lit the sky. Zevrak warships descending through the atmosphere like spears from the gods. Commander Elena Reyes watched from the underground control room in Antarctica, eyes locked on the grainy feeds from orbital cameras. Her crew stood frozen. No one could comprehend what they were seeing. Within minutes, the plasma bombardments began. Cities vanished in blinding white light. New York, Shanghai, Johannesburg. Entire continents lit up as the sky turned red. The airwaves screamed with millions of voices, and then went quiet. Targeted extinction, whispered Lieutenant Singh beside her. They are not invading, they are erasing. Reyes clenched her fists, voice steady. Evacuate low-surface bunkers. Lock down geothermal cores. I want live feeds from Mars, Titan, Europa, anything off-world. The room jolted as a distant tremor rumbled through the ice, muffled but massive. Above them, Antarctica's thick shell protected the command vault, one of the only places left untouched. Then the message came. A simple transmission, broadcast in every language, on every frequency. Let this be a lesson to your kind. The Zevrak Dominion does not negotiate. Earth is ash. Submit or follow. No demands. No diplomacy. Just genocide as performance. Reyes stared at the monitor showing Earth's surface. Fires burned where oceans once stood. The blue planet had turned black and red. Her home was dying. But Earth wasn't gone. Not completely. Deep-sea bunkers. Remote installations. Off-world colonies. And this bunker. Get me aligned to Mars Command, Reyes ordered. And Titan. I don't care how much bandwidth we have. Make it happen. Engineers scrambled. Static filled the air, followed by flickers of signal. Grainy images formed. Survivors on Mars and Titan, shocked and panicked. They saw Reyes. Her face was scorched with grief but lit with purpose. This is Commander Elena Reyes, she said, voice clear across the solar system. Earth has fallen. Billions are gone. The Zevrak thought this would break us. She paused, the weight of her words crushing. They were wrong. The bunker fell silent. Her crew watched. Across Mars, Titan, Europa, every screen flickered with her image. We are not survivors, Reyes said. We are the fire they tried to put out. And now, we will burn back. Her final words carved into every heart listening. Humanity does not forgive, and we never forget. Forged in ice, fueled by fire. The earth was still smoldering, but in Antarctica, beneath a mountain of ice and sorrow, vengeance was taking shape. Commander Reyes stood at the heart of the Antarctic War Vault, where old world maps had been replaced by holograms of the stars. Her team had dug deep into the Zevrak signal networks, studying the technology that brought apocalypse. With every byte of stolen data, humanity learned. With every image of Earth-charred cities, their fury sharpened. In the engineering bay, Martinez and his crew fused Zevrak plasma conduits with Martian ship cores. The result was messy, but lethal. The first prototype drone, a jagged fusion of alien alloy and human rage, hovered like a wounded hawk. We're making monsters, Martinez muttered, wiping oil from his face. Reyes nodded. Good. They made one first. Across the solar system, her broadcast had become a rallying cry. On Mars, mining colonies stopped production and retooled for war. Titan's cryo factories converted to drone forges. Europa's biolabs, once focused on terraforming, began researching viruses tailored to Zevrak physiology. All operations now answered to one symbol, a black flag with a red oath wreathed in flame. They called themselves the Burned Ones. Back in the command vault, Reyes stood before a wall of names, every known survivor, every lost soul confirmed dead. Her eyes paused on one name, Sarah Reyes. Civilian. Boston. Her sister. Gone in the first strike. She didn't cry. She hadn't since that day. Begin Operation Ash Reversal, she ordered. Target their fuel depots. Choke their supply lanes. No diplomacy. No mercy. Lieutenant Singh hesitated. You sure about no warnings? No demands? Reyes didn't even glance at him. They taught us what mercy gets you. We're answering in their language now. Within days, the first strikes began. Stealth ships slipped through forgotten warp tunnels and slammed Zevrak outposts with stolen plasma bombs. Pirate crews aligned with the burned ones, eager for revenge or profit, or both. One rogue Martian cruiser, the Gravemind, ambushed a Zevrak freighter and left behind only a message carved into the hull. From Earth, with love. Zevrak leadership, unprepared for retaliation from a species they believed extinct, scrambled. But humanity wasn't fighting for territory. They were fighting for something worse, retribution. In the dark corridors of the Antarctic bunker, Reyes watched the live feed of the first successful strike, Zevrak Fuel Facility Core 77 exploding into a rising sun of flame. The crew erupted into cheers, but she said nothing. She leaned forward, voice low, almost to herself. One down. Then louder. Millions to go. The empire that fed the fire. The Zevrak called it the collapse phase, but to humanity, it was simply revenge. The burned ones struck like ghosts. Human warships cloaked in Zevrak stealth tech ambushed convoys in deep space. Biological agents, engineered in Europa's underground labs, slipped undetected into enemy atmospheres and turned Zevrak soldiers into gasping, blind husks. On every fallen outpost, they left the same message scorched into walls and databanks. We remember Earth. Commander Reyes monitored the map as red icons, Zevrak facilities, winked out, one after another. Every new victory made the Dominion more unstable. The aliens, once godlike and arrogant, were unraveling. Their command chains broke down. Their vassal species turned against them. Panic gripped the Empire's outer sectors. But Reyes wasn't finished. Her fleet descended on Kalesh Prime, a critical Dominion world. Reyes herself led the ground team. They struck the Zevrak Command Citadel, slaughtered their officers, and took one target alive, a war priest named Virol Threx. She stood over the alien, blooded and chained. You preached the burning of Earth, Reyes said. Now you'll tell the galaxy why. Threx sneered, defiant, until Reyes activated a neural vice that forced him to relive the screams from Earth's last transmissions. Cities falling. Children calling for parents who never answered. A planet dying. When the screams stopped, Threx finally broke. It was never strategy, he confessed, trembling. Earth wasn't a target. It was an example. The Dominion feared your defiance. They wanted to break your colonies, so they burned your home. Reyes stared into his trembling eyes. They failed. That confession, recorded and broadcast, rippled across the galaxy. Millions heard it. Vassal races once loyal to the Zevrak now saw the truth. Earth wasn't a threat. It was a martyr. Uprisings erupted in the Dominion's slave sectors. Alien workers who had never known freedom began sabotaging factories. Armies rebelled. Entire systems declared neutrality or sided with the burned ones. The Zevrak tried to rally. They sent fleets, but they were too late, too disorganized. Humanity moved faster, hit harder, and didn't care about holding territory. Every battle was a scorched earth lesson. In one intercepted Zevrak transmission, a commander's desperate voice crackled. They don't come to conquer. They come to destroy. These aren't soldiers. They're fury made flesh. In her quarters aboard the flagship Earth's Wrath, Reyes listened to the message without expression. Her hands were clasped, her eyes hollow. Lieutenant Singh stepped in. The galaxy's turning, Commander. We're winning. No, she said. We're not done. Singh hesitated. Where to next? Reyes stood, eyes burning with a fire that hadn't dimmed since the day Earth fell. Kareth Zal, she said. Their homeworld. She didn't say what would happen when they got there. She didn't have to. We burn back. Kareth Zal, the Zevrak homeworld, glimmered beneath a shroud of planetary shields and golden towers. Once the jewel of a vast empire, it now stood as humanity's final target. The burned ones didn't arrive in secret. They came with fury and flame, led by Earth's Wrath, a dreadnought forged in Mars' orbit and armed with the salvaged rage of a dead planet. Commander Reyes stood on the bridge, her face lit by the glow of targeting displays. Around her, the War Council waited. Above them, Zevrak defenses scrambled, trying to organize a fleet that no longer believed in victory. They didn't hesitate when they burned Earth, Reyes said coldly. Neither will we. Primary cannon is charged, Singh reported. Orbital strike locked on their command citadel. Reyes didn't blink. Fire! A thunderous silence fell across the fleet as a beam of sun-bright energy speared through space, slicing through the planet's defense grid like paper. The citadel shattered, crumbling into the boiling crust. Cities followed, each strike named after Earth's lost capitals. London. Launch. Lagos. Launch. Sao Paulo. Launch. Zevrak transmissions begged for a ceasefire. Reyes ignored them. She'd heard Earth's cries once. No one had listened then. Deploy the drop teams, she ordered. Atmospheric pods fell like meteors, slamming into Kerith Zal's surface. Reyes led the charge, her boots hitting alien soil with the weight of 10 billion ghosts behind her. Through smoking ruins and shattered towers, her team advanced toward the Hall of Doctrine, the heart of Zevrak history and culture. Resistance was weak. Their warriors had lost their will. Inside, Reyes found the central archive, a crystal lattice of memory nodes spanning thousands of years of conquest and domination. She placed a small black device at its core. The Europa-designed AI virus, HFY, activated and spread like wildfire. Screens blinked. Files dissolved. Statues cracked and melted. Everything the Zevrak ever were, erased. As the whole collapsed, Reyes looked up to a recording drone. This is not war, she said to the galaxy. This is balance. The message was broadcast across every system the Dominion had ever touched. Billions watched as Kerith Zal burned, its sky lit with the same red glow Earth once knew. When Reyes returned to Earth's wrath, she stood silently at the observation window. Below, the Zevrak capital smoldered. In orbit, the burned ones floated in grim silence. Reyes raised her voice one last time. Earth wasn't just a planet. It was our heart. You tried to kill it. Instead, you gave it purpose. She turned to her crew. Set course for Sol. It's time we rebuild. And as the ships departed the dead Empire's ruins, one truth echoed through the stars. You burned Earth. We burned everything else.